Okay, I was talking to Joe Morton this morning, one of the owners, Ollie Arbo. He was in the conversation. Dreams came up, goals. I mentioned Ray getting his Maserati, and Joe told me about a goal he has and what he's shooting for. So it made me think of a study that I read about. I read a lot of books. I think it was Noam Chomsky. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Why do I think that? I think it came from something I read about here. It was to do with sociology. Sociologists did an experiment. It was years back. I remember about 2015 I read this. Anyway, sociologists did an experiment. They got cocktail party. See the cocktail party? They got 80 people together. Now, let me preface this. They did this experiment 20 times. They repeated it 20 times with 80 different people every time. So they got 80 people together, and individually, in private, each person was 78 of the 80 were told to only talk about positive things. And 2, individually, without anybody knowing who was who or who was told what, 2 were pulled aside, individually and privately told to only talk about negative things. And then now, everybody was into the cocktail party. Just like you see there, right? What happened? Every single time. 20 times they repeated this. Every single time, within 6 minutes, those 2 negative people found each other in the party. And for 24 minutes, that's all they talked about. They just talked about negative stuff. Like attracts like, right? Or in this case, losers love losers. I'm sorry, that's a little hard, a little rough. But, winners don't tolerate losers, or winners don't tolerate losers' presence. So I want you to think about that. Birds of a feather flock together, right? Where's your flock heading? Or who are you flocking with? A little tough. I want you to think about that. Winners talk about dreams and goals, all right, things like that. Losers, what do? They talk about accidents and shootings, death, governments or something. Look, here's a bit of an experiment for you. Listen to what people are talking about, or who you're talking about, or who you're talking with. Who are they talking with? You're going to get a pretty good idea of, by listening to how you talk, where you're heading. How about you? Where's your flock heading? I want you to think about, I used to have this exercise way back in Skybiz days. Stop yourself. I know I talk a lot, and I've got to catch yourself. Stop yourself. In what I'm doing now, when you're on the phone with a member of your team or whatever you do, is what am I doing now? Is it helping someone else build their business, advance their business, help people learn about Oliava, bring them into their team, help them make more money, get them out of their financial pickle? Is it doing that? Is that it? Or, selfishly a little bit, is what am I doing right now helping me build my business, help people in my business, help me make more money? Whatever, I want you to think about it. There you go. So where are you heading? Where's your flock heading? How are all the birds you're hanging out with?